Hi everyone. My name's Kaylee, if you don't know me. I was thinking earlier today, watching a lot of different videos and working with retail, there's a whole lot of lists, and I've made some myself, things not to say to blank. I figured it might be a little bit more relatable if, you could see my reactions as I'm actually saying these things. For anybody who knows me, I work with pets. I work in a grooming salon for dogs and cats. But so this is things never to say to your groomer. Number one, when you come on in and we ask you, how can we help you? Don't tell us that you're here for the puppy cut. Why? Because puppy cut is such a broad term and it means something different to literally everybody. To me, I always take that to mean short on the body and round head. If you came up to me and asked for a puppy cut, I would assume that that's what you wanted. And then, of course, I would go over things with you and make sure that that was what I was understanding you to like. But we get a lot of people who ask for the puppy cut, and when you ask questions to try and get, clarification, uh, making sure that you're all on the same page, people start questioning why you don't know what you're talking about, or why don't you know what the puppy cut is? Because there's no such thing as a puppy cut. Simple as that. We're working with you. We're trying. Don't tell us you want a puppy cut. It means nothing. Number two, I'm already getting irritated. Don't come in with your dog and tell us, don't make it look like a poodle. You have a beagle, sir. You couldn't do anything to make that look like a poodle. Or, giving them the benefit of the doubt. You have a Maltese. First off, have you seen the hair on a poodle? It's not straight. It's not hair-like. It's thick and curly. Why is your Maltese gonna look like a poodle? It's not. Your Bichon has a better chance, and even then, a Bichon looks like a Bichon when it's done. The most annoying, though, is when you get a poodle or a poodle mix, and they tell you don't make it look like a poodle. Why did you get a poodle? Why did you go out of your way, on some way or the other, at some time? Why did you get a poodle or a poodle mix? I can't answer these questions for you, but I can guarantee that if you came up and said that to me as a groomer, I would understand that you have no idea what you're talking about, and now you have no credit. Number three, when you drop off your dog to get a haircut or even just a bath, there is an allotted amount of time that we ask to complete this task. And it happens to be 3 to 4 hours, usually, give or take. Sometimes it might go a little bit over, but that has so many different factors. Dog's behavior, other dogs' behavior. It could do with how busy the day is, how much the phone rings. It could be how late you are to your appointment. I mean, it could be so many different things. Generally, though, you can guarantee it'll be 3 to 4 hours. Yes, even for your little chihuahua, I will ask that period of time. It might have nothing to do with your little dog. But what you don't understand is that when I make appointments, I have to fit other people in as well. And I also have to factor in people coming in for walk-ins without an appointment, expecting us to complete services, which, we're there for, that's fine. But I have to factor in that. I have to factor in phone calls. I have to factor in whatever else I might have to do during my shift, which could be anything from meetings to working out on the floor. It could be dealing with other customers on a different level for something completely different. And then having to get everything done in my own shift, not just that 3 to 4 hour period. So yes, it does take a little bit longer, and we ask that, and we say that right up front. The most frustrating thing you could say in response to it'll be 3 to 4 hours is to just do this, to just do that. Why would it take that long? Well, again, you only brought one dog in, but I might have three others back there that just got here that all want something completely different and all have different levels of behavior or ability. You get an old dog that can't stand up, it's gonna take you longer to get him taken care of. That's just the nature of the beast, no pun intended. So please don't question me. I don't want your dog to be there all day, and it's not going to be one of those places where it will be there all day unless you leave it there. Trust me that I'm not trying to take advantage of your time. It is a period of time that allows me to comfortably get your dog done without having to stress him or myself out or all of the other dogs in my care. It is as simple as that. It is really not that big of a deal, and the time goes by pretty quickly, especially if you have to go to work or you've got errands to run. Most people, the 3 to 4 hours is not a big deal. Yes, it might not take your Chihuahua that long. I might call you after 2 hours and say that your dog is done. But I have to ask these things, ask for this amount of time to give myself the wiggle room where just in case, your dog might only take me an hour. But I have an Akita back there who's blowing coat, and he hates the dryer and he doesn't like being brushed. He's going to take me a little bit longer, and occasionally your little Chihuahua might take a back seat to that because I know that your Chihuahua is not going to give me any trouble. That is all that it is. Any questions? Another thing that is incredibly frustrating as someone who takes care of animals that you could say to me is complaining about the price. Personally, there's nothing I can do about the price. I might not like it either. I can't make your dog's haircut cheaper. If you spent $300 on a dog that needs maintenance every 6 weeks, maybe you should have done your research before you got the dog. I can't do anything about that. Or teach yourself how to do it. We are all for helping people figure out how to better take care of their animals. That's all that this is. It's taking care of your animal. We are providing a service that you don't want to do yourself or don't have the skill to do yourself. Why do people go out to eat? Because they don't want to cook for themselves. They would rather, they don't have the ability to cook for themselves. They don't have the ability to go to the store. There are just so many reasons why somebody would go out to eat. If you don't like the prices, go somewhere else. Or figure out how to do something yourself. And on a more defensive note, when you go to your hairstylist, yes, it might cost more to get your dog groomed. But do you bite your stylist? Do you poop on them? Do you have them make sure to groom your sanitary parts, your private areas? Do you make us express your anal glands? People don't have anal glands, by the way. It's a point I'm trying to make. People don't have them. The same way that boy dogs, yes, they do have nipples. You don't bite your hairstylist. You don't shake your head all around every time she tries to touch you. You don't scream and cry when she tries to dry your hair. You don't cry when she cuts your hair. You don't let your hair get matted and tangled so that it's pulling up against your skin and scalp. So yes, it's going to cost you it's going to cost you more to maintain your dog. It just will. That is the nature of the beast. Even if your dog is absolutely perfect, there's no guarantee that it was properly taken care of. Or, there's just so many things. So many things. So many things. Let me see. Another thing that bothers me a lot. Now, I could go on about this topic for forever, but it's already gone on 11 minutes. So I will just end here. When you don't bring your dog in very often, it does nobody any good to complain about what happened last time if it was 6 months ago. 6 months ago, oh, I brought my dog in to get its nails cut, and I don't think they were done properly. Okay, and what do you want me to say about that? There's nothing I can do, because 6 months ago, I can't go back 6 months in time and make sure that it got done. I can't double check the work. And 6 months in, depending on the dog you have, the nails are already curled into the darn pad. What do you want me to do about it? I'm not going to give you a discount now because 6 months ago you say something happened. If you notice something is not right, tell us right away. Call us right away and let us know. We will happily fix it for you. Not 6 months after the fact, not a year after the fact. 2 months after the fact, there's nothing we can do. A month after the fact, there's nothing that we can do anymore. Just, if you notice something, tell us right off the bat and don't drag it out or try to get something much later on down because it just makes you look bad. Short and sweet, it makes you look bad. Oh my gosh. There's so much I could say about this, and I might make another video at some point going on about what else I could talk about, because I could always talk about things not to say to a groomer, but I think I covered the most important ones for, well, the funniest ones for now, the most common. So for now, I'm going to leave it there. I will probably make a second one later on at some point. I don't know if it's going to, I don't know when it'll be, I don't know how soon. But yeah, it'll probably be something that'll be coming on up soon. So if you enjoyed this, let me know. Until then, we'll see you next time.